So wala tayong gagawin para pigilan na kumbinsin man lang si Benedict tungkol sa kaso mo? Pinaling ni Gibson ang tingin sa kapatid mula sa panonood kay Chelsea na abala sa pagliligpit sa dining table. Di na siya nagulat pa nang aminin to at ni Ralph na nakakikita na ang dalaga at nakakaalala. What he really cannot understand is Olivia's intentions holding Chelsea's medicines throughout the year. He knew her as a dedicated doctor, well at least from the fraction of time that he met the girl. She's nice and all, but then again, people can really do something out of their character, so he shouldn't be surprised. Of course not, especially now that I have a reason to live a life. I beg your pardon? Medyo nalilitong ani Ralph. At that point, pababa na naman sa hagdan si Christina, suot ang damit ni Gibson at ang trouser nito. Dumiretso siya sa kusina sa pag-asang naroroon ang binata, pero kagyat ding napahinto na mabungaran na magkapatid sa sala. Gulat na nakamasid si Ralph sa kanya habang nagliliwanag naman ang mukha niya nang makita ito. "Ralph!" she exclaimed. Hi." Ralph greeted and gave his brother back a confused look. Gibson smiled and extended his hand, prompting for her to take it, in which she happily did. Ralph is not dense. He knew that the two have feelings for each other, but their actions are more obvious than usual. His confusion slowly died down. His lips twitched with amusement. Christina might be wearing clothes that are triple of her size, but the indications are there. We got married. His neck hurts instantly when he turns his head to his brother and gawk at him. You what? When? Just yesterday, he responded casually. After absorbing the initial shock, he just shakes his head. And you didn't even tell me? Sorry, Ralph. Biglaan kasi eh. Hinging paumanhin ni Christina na mapansin ang lungkot at panghihinayang sa reaksyon ng binata. Don't be so dramatic, Ralph. It's not even a formal nuptial. I still want to have and see Christina walking down the aisle. Gotta make sure it happens before she gets pregnant. Christina's cheeks flushed but did not complain. And you are the best man. Remember that. May diin sa pananalitang aniya. Ralph must be so shocked by what he said that hindi to agad nakasagot. Instead, his brother lowered his head and pinched the bridge of his nose, or he maybe simply wiped the tears that threatens to fall. Siyempre, I won't miss that day to come. Nakangiting sagot ni Ralph nang makabawi. The scene is so touching. Sabay-sabay silang napalingon sa nagsalitang iyon. Si Chelsea na nakangiti rin habang nakataas sa mga kamay at nakahulma na animo sa isang kamera. Picture perfect. Gibson rolled his eyes. Aalis din ba kayo agad? Tanong niya sa dalawa. Not really. Wala pa naman akong gagawin. Why? Maiwan ko na muna kay dito. May pupuntahan lang ako. Then, I'm coming with you. Suggestion ni Ralph sa kapatid. They stared at each other as if they're having a conversation that only them can understand. You can trust me this time, Gibson. I promise. Cross my heart. Assurance ni Chelsea sa binata na alam niyang hanggang ngayon may doubt pa rin sa kanya. Nagpakawala ng buntong hininga si Gibson bago hinarap si Christina na nagtatakang nakamata lamang sa kanilang magkapatid. Nagmamasid, nakikiramdam. May aayusin lang ako. Stay here with Chelsea, okay? Hindi ba kami po pwedeng sumama? Tanong ng dalaga, nakasimangot na. He cupped her face and gently kissed her lips. It's a boy's job, baby. We won't be long. We can cook something for them while they are gone, Christina. Singing to Chelsea. Somehow she have a hunch that the two are up to something. That's a good idea. You can relax while I'm gone. I know you're still sore. Binulong niya ang huling sinabi na ikinalaki ng mata ng dalaga. I love you. He added just for Christina to hear. She cheekily smiled and hugged him. Ay ayatin ka. Hey lovebirds, tama na yan. Para namang LDR magiging sitwasyon ninyo. Sandali lang naman tayong mawawala. Kansyaw ni Ralph sa dalawa. Fuck off. Nakangising balik niya sa kapatid bago muling hinarap ang dalaga at muling kinintila ng halik sa labi. We're going. Ingat kayo. Sa pagkakataong yon, lumapit na si Ralph at inila si Gibson mula sa balikat nito. Hindi tayo makakalabas kapag ganyan kalagkit ang tinginan ninyo. Off we go, ladies. Bonding muna kayo. Ani Ralph sa dalawa habang tinutulak ang kapatid palabas. Nagkatinginan si Chelsea at Christina nang makalabas na ang dalawang magkapatid. Nanunukso ang tinging binibigay ni Chelsea sa dalaga bago tumalikod pabalik sa kusina. Nagluto kami ng breakfast ni Ralph. May natira pa. You want to eat? Sige, nagugutom na nga ako eh. Nagiinit ang mukhang sagot niya at saka sumunod dito. Pinaglapag siya nito ng plato sa kitchen island, nagsalin ng 2 tasa ng kape, tsaka isa-isang inalis ang takip ng mga pagkain. Habang kumakain, hindi maiwasan ni Christina ang mailang. Nakatitig kasi sa kanya sa Chelsea. Nang di siya makatiis, tinanong niya na ito kung may dumi ba siya sa mukha. Bukod sa mga chikinini mo, wala naman. Anito bago tumawa, pero kaganting nawala bago ito ngumiti mapakla. I actually miss someone while I look at you, Christina. Si Bianca? Gulat na nagangat ng mukha si Chelsea sa kanya. Her eyes welled up but Christina saw how she tried to keep her emotions at bay. Napag-alaman ko nga, sa shop kanina nagtatrabaho. How is she? Bakit di mo siya puntahan? Kung namimiss mo siya, bakit hindi ka lumapit sa kanya? Sa halip ay tanong niya. Umiling-iling ang dalaga. Nilaro ng kutsarita ang tasa ng kape. She's having a peaceful life now. Besides, she wouldn't want to see me. Paano mo naman nasabi? Sa pagkakakilala ko sa kanya, hindi siya yung tipo ng tao na nagtatanim ng galit. Yes, you're right. But what happened between us isn't just a petty misunderstanding between friends. It's something that is hard to forget. What I did is something that's hard to tell off, Christina. Pero pinatawad ka na nila, hindi ba? Chelsea shrugged. Sa kabila ng ngiting nakaguhit sa labi nito ay hindi noon may tatago ang lungkot, panghihinayang, hiya at pagsisisi. She's the only friend that I have lost. Inabot niya ang kamay ni Chelsea at marahang pinisil. Hindi man niya alam kung anong nangyari sa nakaraan bago pa niya makilala si Gibson, Bianca at ang iba pa. Basta't ang alam niya ibang Chelsea ang kaharap niya. You won't be this nice if you have met me a few years back. Pero ngayon kita nakilala, hindi ba? At para sa akin, di naman mahalaga kung anong nagawa mo noon para di kita maging kaibigan ngayon. Kaibigan? Hindi makapaniwalang ulit ni Chelsea. Hindi ba? Kasi ako, kaibigan ang turing ko sa'yo. Yun ay kung gusto mo lang naman. Alanganing sagot niya. Matagal siyang minasta ni Chelsea. Sa unang akala niya, binaliwala lang nitong sinabi niya. You're a simpleton, yet silly girl. Naiiling na sabi nito na pinagkibit balikat lamang ng dalaga. Ano nga ba ang iluluto natin mamaya? Pag-iiba niya ng paksa. Although walang positibong sagot si Chelsea sa kanya tungkol sa pakikipagkaibigan niya dito, ay batid niyang di naman siya nito mabibigo. Where are you going? Kaagad na tanong ni Harleen nang maabutan si Benedict na nagbibihis sa kanilang silid. Saglit lang siya nitong nilingon bago pinagpatuloy ang pagbubutones sa suot nitong long sleeve. Why do you ask? Ngayon ko lang nagtanong that's something new. He retorted without looking at her. Don't play smart with me, Ben. Am I? Muling balik niya. Kinuha niya ang overcoat na maayos na sa kama pero mabilis nakalapit doon si Harleen upang agawin yon. Hindi mo sinasagot ang tanong ko, Ben. Where the hell are you planning to go? Give it to me, he demanded instead. Harleen's eyes lit with animosity as she grips the fabric behind her. Fine, take it if you want. There are lots of coats in my closet anyway. He started to walk into the walk-in closet. As much as possible, he wants to avoid his wife. Both of them have difficulties managing their emotions at bay, and the last thing that he wants at that moment is squeezing her neck again just because he lost it. You're going to the police, aren't you? She shouted while following him behind. He pinches the bridge of his nose and take a deep breath and yanked the first overcoat that his hand come across. Can you spare me with all the nagging? Aren't you tired of talking and shouting? You should have known by now that I won't stop until I'm contented with your answer, Ben. It is simple. Tell me where you are going. Outside. Now step aside and let me through. He impatiently looked at her. Her blazing eyes matched his. For the past years of them being together, he cannot believe he keeps up with her behavior, but whom is he kidding? They both have loose screws and weird desires. They are both like fires that wanted to burn and dominate one another. You can't leave, Benedict. And why not? His anger boils even more. Do you really think na hindi ko alam ano ang binabalak mo? What the hell are you talking about? Enough with your nonsensical whining, Harleen. I have matters at hand. He dismissed her and shoved her out of his way when she didn't show any signs that she will let him off. I heard you talking to your lowlife of a son the other day. And don't you dare deny it. Inaasikaso mong pagbubukas muli sa kaso sa pagkamatay ni Geneva? Nahinto sa pagkakpang si Benedict at aaminin niya, nagulat siya doon. Ihinahon niya ang sarili bago muling hinarap ang asawa. Bakas ang pait sa ngiting nakasilay sa lamin nito. She is visibly shaking. Lumapit siya sa drawer at tinabot ang bote ng gamot at iniabot iyon dito. Nagpalipat-lipat ang tingin ni Harleen sa gamot at sa kanya bago nito yon tinabig dahilan upang mabasag yon ng mahulog na sa sahig. I don't need that. You already betrayed me once, Ben. I don't know what you're saying, Harleen. Take your meds, he said in a much calmer tone as possible. Don't play dumb on me. Alam ko na hindi mo itinuloy ang kaso kay Gibson kaya na napag-usapan natin. Nang aakosang sumbat nito. He is a 10-year-old boy at that time, Harleen. Putting him under the institution was the only thing that I can do, and you know it? Liar! You said he'll be in lockup once he's old enough, but what did you do? You asked someone to make sure he lives comfortably. He is my son, and you expect me to do such a thing? You already take every single penny from Geneva's wealth. Hindi ka pa naging kontento doon? I even married you when in fact, you're the one who should be in jail. Nahinto sa pagsasalita si Benedict nang maramdaman ng paglagapak ng kamay ni Harleen sa kanyang pisngi. Ramdam din niya ang pagguhit ng hapdi doon na marahil ay sanhin ng mahaba nitong kuko. Well, I gave you the favor by annihilating that piece of garbage. I even gave that bitch the death that she's so begging to have. You and I both knew that what happened that night is what we both want. At ngayon, ako ang ididiin mo sa kaso? How dare you? How did you... Gulat na tanong ni Benedict. Nalimot ang pabamanhid ng pisngi sa sakit na idinulot ng sampal ni Harleen. Mariin niyang hinawakan sa brasong asawa. How did you know that? Paano mo nalaman na sa iyong nakapending na kaso? I am not a fool, Ben. Mabait na hayag nito. Matagal ko nang alam. Ang di ko maintindihan kung bakit. Why, Benedict? I spent most of my life with you. I accepted you wholeheartedly and yet this is what I'm getting in the end? You and I being together is insane, Harleen, and that's the biggest mistake I've ever made. I know I'm such a terrible person inside out. I fucked up and ruined things. If I can save my family back then, at least I will save my sons. That's what I'm doing, Benedict. Saving our family, can't you see? I made up my mind, Harleen, and don't worry. I will also pay the price of what we've done before. Isn't that what you wanted? Being together? Malamyang tugon ni Benedict bago muling nagtangka na talikuran si Harleen. Habang minamasdan ni Harleen si Benedict palayo, unti-unting tila rolyo ng pelikula na nagbalik sa balintataw niya ang unang beses nang nagtagpo sila nito. She falls instantly to the man whose personality is way beyond her understanding. In his younger days, he is the most selfish and egoistic person she has ever met. But she embraces the demon within him. She did not complain. Instead, she tried to match with him in order to understand why. But instead of finding the answers by being with him, she sinks deeper and lost herself. I did not stay by your side for nothing, Ben, she whispered almost to herself. When did he change? She asked to herself. It all started when Geneva died. The martyr wife whose smile was radiant and almost blinding. Kill yourself or I will kill them both. It was a desperate attempt, but she's desperate enough to get what she wanted, so she threatened Geneva back then. It's either her or the kids. But that night is not really meant for her. Geneva died, yes, but not as she planned. She's avoiding to spill her blood on her own hands, but it's just like a curse. That is meant for them. You cannot leave, Ben? Naiiling na itinuloy ni Sol ang paglilista ng mga bibilin sa kusina. Nagtatalo na naman ang mag-asawa. Di na yun bago sa kanya kung kaya pinagkikibit balikat na lamang niya ang ganong mga gamat sa pamamahay ng mga Montreal. Subalit nang makaarating sa kaalaman ng reyna ng tahanan na nakikipagkomunikasyon na si Benedict kay Ralph at Gibson, ay doon na lalong napapadalas ang hindi pagkakasundo ng mga ito. Pinilas niya ang pahina ng listahan, tsaka humakbang na palabas sa kusina habang pinapasadahan ng isa pang basa ang mga nakasulat doon. Patungo siya sa maid's quarter nang umalingaw-ngaw sa kabahayan ang putok ng barel. Nahinto siya sa pagkakbang, kasabay ng paggapang ng kilabot at lamig sa kanyang katawan. Di siya maaaring magkamali. Putok ng barel ang narinig niya. Kumawala ang hawak ng pirasa ng papel sa kanyang nanginginig na kamay. Nana Sol! Nana Sol! Nang marinig ang boses ng isang kasambahay na tumatawag sa kanyang pangalan, ay pinilit niyang makakilos sa tila pagkaparilisa sa kanyang kinalulugaran. Ang nagmamadaling mga yabag pababa sa malawak na hagdanan ang unti-unting pumubuhay sa kanyang pandinig. Nagsimula siyang humakbang, alanganin, mabagal, at tila lalo ding bumagal ang tibok ng puso niya nang humahangos na makalapit sa kanya si Regina. Ang isa sa mga kasamahan niya sa mansyon na nang mga sandaling iyon tila pinagkaita ng dugo sa mukha sa labis na pamumutla. Natitiyak niya na kung ano ang takot na nakalarawan sa mukha nito ay ganon din ang sa kanya. Nana Sol! Nana Sol! Si Sir Benedict, si Ma'am Harleen! Sa hindi magkandatuto nitong pananalita, kumapit to sa kanyang mga braso, mahigpit, nanginginig at puno ng takot. What's with the sullen look on your face, Ralph? Naiiling na si Tani Gibson sa kapatid. Hati ang atensyon sa pagmamaneho at sa kung paano ko kumprontahin si Olivia. Kagagaling lang nila sa recovery center at napag-alaman na wala pala doon ang dalaga kaya't sasadyain nila ito sa tinutuloyan nito. What? Worried? Sa lubong ang kilay na balik ni Ralph sa kanya na kahit di nalang kapa nito ng pang-inis ang boses ay hindi maikakailang nagdaramdam ang balat sibuyas niyang kapatid. Mag-asawa ka na rin kasi habang di pa inaatake ng arthritis sa mga tuhod mo. Ulol! Kagyat na napaharap si Gibson sa katabi. Diyata't natumbok niya ang pinoproblema nito. Ralph hardly loses his composure, but as he looks at his brother and how the knots on his forehead increases, he cannot help but laugh at it. Shut the hell up, Gibson. It's not funny. You are that worried about your age? I'm just shitting on you, Ralph. Do you know what the saying goes? Habang tumatagal, lalong sumasarap. He said with a shit-eating grin plastered all over his face. Wanker. Natatawa na lang nabalik nito sa pang-aalas kanya. Na makarating sila sa tapat ng tinutuluyan ni Olivia, ay bahagya pa munang tinapik ni Gibson ang kapatid sa braso. I am serious about the arthritis though. Bago pa makapag-react si Ralph sa kalokohan ni Gibson, ay napatay na nito ang makina ng sasakyan at tsaka mabilis na lumabas. Bukas ang gate, yung tipong di pinag-aksayahan ng panahon na kabigin man lamang. What are you doing? Sita ni Ralph nang makita na papasok na siya sa bakuran. Letting myself in? He replied matter-of-factly. There's a doorbell, Gibson, just right beside you. Says the one who broke into my house twice. Come on, it's not like we're going to rob her or something. Point taken, but whatever. Napapakamot sa ulong sumunod na lang siya sa kapatid na nang lingunin niya ay nasa harapan na ng front door. It's not like the lawn is too big, but he sure is quite fast. Should I say good morning first? Nananansyang baling ni Gibson kay Ralph habang nasa harapan sila ng pintuan. Nakaambalang kumatok doon. Not that it matters. Kibit balikat na sagot naman ni Ralph. Akma nang kakatok si Gibson nang bigla namang bumukas ang pintuan. Sa bilis noon, pareho pang nagulat ang magkapatid at bahagyang napaurong. Well, hello, Olivia. Gibson? Gulat na nagpalipat-lipat nang tingin si Olivia sa dalawa. She holds the knob firmly and as if on cue, Gibson planted both of his arms on the door frame, tilting his head while simply picking a side of her house. Seems like you are in a hurry, ani Ralph. Anong kailangan ninyo? A little of your time. We have something to talk about. Gibson smiled, a crook one. I have no time. May importante pa akong gagawin, so if you'll both excuse me. She said while trying to pass from a wall like a man standing in front of her. Yeah. Hooking up with Carlton is important. I wonder, Olivia, who benefits who? My stupid half-brother who thinks he can stand among those devils in the house? Or you who thinks being his playmate is enough to get inside of the devil's den? What are you talking about? Olivia asked wearily. She attempted to step away from him, but he quickly grabs a hold of her arm, keeping her from on her place. You know what I'm talking about. For instance, Dr. Martin and Benedict's meeting is not a coincidence. Hindi ko alam kung gaano mo na katagal kakilala si Carlton, but I bet my other leg that you two planned the whole ordeal, the marriage scheme too, and this. Hinablot niya mula sa kamay ni Ralph ang folder at saka yun inabot kay Olivia. Take it. He commanded and she hesitantly obliged. The moment she read the first page, her hands shake and look up. Gibson with a rage that's starting to rise and Ralph with a disappointed look. Tell me, Olivia, have you been fooling me this whole time? I trusted you. You don't know how I feel. Olivia smiled almost to herself while she stared at her palm where her tears fall. True, I don't know how you feel or what you feel, but I am not accountable for it. Hey! Ralph tried to intervene from the harsh words that are about to come from his brother. You know, I will say whatever I want to say, no matter how vexing it is. Words hurt, yeah, but how you concede is the truth that lies in it. Do you know how I didn't fuck you? What the? Napahilamos na lang sa mukha si Ralph. Gibson just rolled his eyes. You are beautiful, hot as hell, and I bet you are worth the sweat. That's why Carlton cannot keep his away from you. But you're not the woman for me. Putol lang ang isang binti ko, but I am not blind. I know that you like me, but you are a friend. And I don't bang a friend, at least. I tried to keep it that way. I appreciate the help, the efforts, everything that you did back then. But what you've done to Chelsea just so you can have an outlet of your frustrations from me is not just such justifiable, Olivia. And I'm really, really mad about it. You're supposed to save a life, not ruin it. Pagkatapos na makaputol hiningang talumpati niya, hinintay niyang mga tuwiran ang dalaga o di naman kaya itanggi ang kasalanan nito, pero nanatili lamang itong nakayoko. Well, I guess that's it. Aniya matapos ang ilang sandaling paghintay. Binawi niya ang folder dito. Just so you know, we're filing a case against you. I'm telling you ahead so you can prepare. I just love you, she mumbled. Then, your love is wasted. Let me tell you something. Perhaps you may ask why I chose someone like Christina. Aside from the fact that my heart beats for her love for me didn't make me feel so toxic. How can I put it? Ever since I was young, I've been with people who love me. Yeah, I cannot deny that they loved me, but their love for me isn't the love that helps you grow. It's the kind of love that will poison you, and Christina just came in time. It's just a bonus that she is naive and dumb sometimes, although I don't think that she'll be happy when she hears it. Natatawang Aniya. Tinapik-tapik niya sa balikat si Olivia. Hindi niya alam kung naiintindihan siya nito, pero di naman yon mahalaga sa kanya. I hope you will find that kind of love, Olivia, he said before he turns his back away from her. That's kind of fast and easy. I thought she will pick a fight. Ani Ralph habang nagkakabit ng seatbelt. I thought so too. Gibson shrugged. By the way, I know you are a prick, but I never thought that you can be so cringy, confessing your thoughts about love. Natatawang buska niya sa kapatid. Shut up, Ralph.